I'm so excited to announce that we have helped 50 families at Tony Foundation. And this is only made possible because of all of our generous donors and amazing corporate partners.
I love the Tony Foundation because we get to see the direct impact that we have and the families that we're supporting through this amazing organization. And I love that Apex is a part of it.
I can't think about our 50 plus families without thinking of where this all started.
I looked for foundations and I looked for assistance, and it was like, oh, we'll help you if you need medical supplies, or it was for geared towards certain cancers or like children. There wasn't a lot of help or assistance or just even groups of people to like talk to. Ultimately, I just try to focus on how it's brought our family closer, and it makes you realize what's really important in life. It will help us get from a place of stress and of being overwhelmed to feeling like we can breathe a little bit again. Financial is a big area I think that people forget about. People assume that you're doing okay. They don't realize maybe how much you actually are struggling to keep it together every day.
It's also a reason why I donate to Tony Foundation every month, because not only does he help people, but he's my hero. We love you, Tony.
Wanted to send a huge, heartfelt thank you from my wife and 6 kids to the Tony Foundation and all that they do for families of cancer patients. And here's to another 50 families of help and nothing but love and abundance to everybody over there at the Tony Foundation.
At Tony Foundation, we are sometimes asked how families are selected for financial assistance. We rely on teams of oncology professionals to identify families who fit our criteria and in urgent need of help. These are cancer patients whose health and personal circumstances are already known to our medical teams. This provides a safeguard against fraud, and it gives us the assurance your donations are used where they are needed the most.
I am so excited and proud about Tony Foundation reaching this amazing milestone. 50 families. And we couldn't have done it without our friends at Texas Oncology. Thank you so much for your help along this journey.
We could not have gotten so much of the notoriety that we've received without our amazing partnership with Texas Oncology.
The Tony Foundation is a foundation created by Tony that helps to support patients financially. Tony and I have worked together for many years, and one of the things that he realized was missing as a resource in not only the Austin area, but just in oncology in general, is financial assistance for patients. Often, along with a cancer diagnosis comes an interruption in their job, their ability to work, their income changes, and while that happens, their medical bills increase. It can become quite a hardship. And unfortunately, there's just not a lot of resources for financial assistance related to an oncology diagnosis. Tony Foundation helps to support people in that way.
The Tony Foundation is a phenomenal resource to have access to. It's hard to put into words what a gift it is to be able to meet with a patient or a family and hear about all of the struggles that they're going through on top of the cancer, and know that there's a resource that can be offered to them. Sometimes the patient has had to stop working oftentimes, and sometimes if there is a spouse or a partner, a lot of times they also have to miss some work to help care for the patient. And then there's other situations where it may be a single parent, and that's just really, really difficult.
And that's hard because I think a lot of times when people have an oncology diagnosis, there is an expectation that you hear there's support, there's help out there. And so the realization is that now there are resources and there are a lot of different types of support, but the financial support is where we just don't have a lot to offer.
Before we had access to the Tony Foundation, there was nothing else that was available to be able to provide assistance for basic needs. Unrestricted funds was unheard of. He's able to put the financial assistance in the hands of the patient that needs it the most really quickly. And there's not a lot of red tape and strings attached that make the process take weeks and months. It's very, very quick.
I mean, patients, again, they're able to provide for their families. They're paying mortgages, they're paying for treatment, they're paying for childcare, they're paying for all of these basic necessities and all of these things that are making it easier for them to get through treatment.
He provides assistance to any type of diagnosis. But underneath the cancer umbrella, there are many, many, many different kinds of cancers. And although there are some types of assistance available, we talked about kind of nationwide, some smaller grants here and there, they're very specific to a certain type of cancer. And it's so meaningful to be able to, not have to think about, okay, is this one of those cancers that has some kind of assistance? It's any kind of cancer. And that is incredible.
I think one of the things that does make the Tony Foundation unique is the relationship that Tony then builds with all of these patients. So when he connects with the family and provides this grant, I know he keeps in touch with them, and I know he's a good source of comfort and support. He's been there, he knows how they're feeling, and so I do think there's some long-term relationships and bonds that are formed, and it's just a feeling for these families that people care, and that in such a hard time, there are people out there that are donating their money and donating their time and really wanting to be that support.
Hi, my name's Jenny Johnson, and I just want to say thank you to the Tony Foundation. With your help and kindness, I've been able to make more beautiful memories with those that I care about. Thank you again.
Gracias. Muchas gracias por apoyar a mi hija y a los niños. Dios los bendiga a ustedes, a la fundación, a todos ustedes. Están haciendo una labor muy bonita, muy hermosa. Demasiado. Es muy grande esto. Permítame.
You're very welcome.
Gracias.
Tony Foundation is extremely humbled by the overwhelming support of our friends and communities. We've welcomed 50 families into our family. While they continue to fight their biggest fight of their lives, we won't ever stop fighting to support every new family we can. Thank you for everything.